Professor Kobe and Professor Dubois, an honor and pleasure to have you here at SIPS 2019. This is one day after finalizing the entire SIPS 2019 and would like your impressions about SIPS 2019.
Should I start?
Yes, of course, you were the award.
Since I got the award, my impression can be only fantastic, honored, happy, so
I wanted the impression before the award.
Before the award. It's a good event like all SIPS conferences. It's a very good event. And it brings together people from academia, people from industry. It broadens the awareness of importance of engineering, and I think this is a very good cause to continue these conferences.
And Jean-Marie?
Yeah, it was
the last interview we did together, it was in
Rio.
In Rio. Yeah.
But I have the same, I keep the same impression. The symposium dedicated to Spomenka was really good. The plenary speaker from this symposium gave a very important talk about permanent magnets and their importance for today's technology. So I'm very happy, and the place is nice. So it's beautiful. I think the formula is good. It should be promoted as it was in the past. It's difficult to convince colleagues that we are working hard, starting early in the morning and finishing late in the afternoon. This is almost 12 hours of work every day, despite the environment and the surrounding is so beautiful, but it's true.
That's we're trying to fight all myths that exist, especially engineering and science. So this is good, and the participation every year better. That means that all these myths are going away.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So Spomenka, how have you been honored with Fray International Sustainability Award? How you feel about that?
As I said before, I'm extremely proud, and coming from a country which is small comparing to everything else. I am the second awardee from Slovenia, first female, which is also even more important. And the first awardee was the Commissioner for Science in Brussels, Dr. Janez Potočnik. So I'm following a big guy. It's interesting. It's interesting feeling.
Yeah. And by the way, I invited here the Minister of Education of Slovenia. It is recorded in the camera.
Yeah, they did not even answer.
He replied back, and he had a conflict of schedule, but he sends you the best regards.
Thank you very much. This is a nice surprise.
And he was very positive and very supportive of SIPS and what it covers and what it does.
Okay.
I can forward you the reply.
This is good to hear, because we always complain that there is no understanding in politics about the importance of our profession.
Which is true. We are fighting that.
Yeah.
We are in the beginning.
Yeah.
Beginning of a long
this
journey.
This is the seed for the jungle, And
Jean-Marie, what do you? If I remember well, this award comes 2 years after yours.
3
years. 3 years after yours. So you have a colleague now. You are a department with the biggest number of award winners.
Yeah, because first of all, I'm half Slovene as a scientist, So I was the first.
That's a good definition. How Slovenian is a scientist.
I was the first Slovenian scientist to get this award, and I'm also the first French at the same time.
Okay.
So now France has 4 and Slovenia has more than 2.
France is 4.
France has 4, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now I was the first in
I'm
France.
not counting because I don't pay attention to the others, but that's
So you see, Slovenia is growing faster than France.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. So,
And of course the department has 3 awards, because the awards cannot be divided, even if I'm only half Slovenian.
science and technology, in the framework of sustainability, science, with 3 pillars: science of technology, governance, and management, and education and civil society. So, in this framework, what do you think? What is the level? What is the importance or the priority of science and technology in these 3 equally important pillars? Yes.
Me? It's a hard question. Science and technology are extremely important, but I cannot say that they are among the most important, because if the society does not accept it and getting aware of it and transfer it to the governments, then science and technology, it's somewhere hidden among the community who does it, and nobody is aware of it. So I believe that it has to be all together, interconnected. Otherwise it cannot work.
That's what we are doing.
Yeah.
Here
Yeah.
we have scientists, we have industry from different fields, we have lawyers, we have accountants, we have doctors, many doctors this year for the symposium on oxidative stress. Numerous doctors from Japan, from Europe. So, and as I said, before you came, in the veranda, waiting to take the interviews, we were together and enjoying together. One medical doctor from Brazil, one from Japan, one lawyer from California, one accountant from San Francisco, and others came, but they were there at the same time in one veranda in Paphos. So. Please, Anne-Marie, say something about this.
Well, I share the same opinion. Science and technology is a necessary condition for the development of humanity, but it's not a sufficient condition. And if people are not educated, they do not follow the trend of development of technology. You see this with nuclear power, with many subjects like this. And the important point is the courage of the political, of the governance. If politicians do not make long-term decisions and a vision of the development, technology is just a game. It's like a joystick. You can always play with new developments, but this is not the future of humanity is now jeopardized by the climate change, and essentially because the political decisions are not made on time in advance with a long-term vision. So technology is absolutely fine, you need it, but it is not sufficient.
We have to push government and politicians to come in and help science and technology push them.
Can you imagine when poverty will add with overflows of the oceans because of climate change? This is only a political issue, and politicians are there to anticipate, and so far depends where you look at, but I'm convinced after a visit to China recently that for the moment only China has the framework, whether you appreciate it or not is a different issue, but as the frame to resist against climate change, and the politicians in China anticipate what is going on, which I do not observe that much in, for instance, in France, where the most famous ecology journalist, very famous guy, resigned from the government because he observed that politics is more blah blah than correct decisions.
Yeah, once we try to eliminate the SIPS blah blah and to make politicians hear us, as I said also in my presentation, not just to pay lip service to the science. We have to make decisions based on science. You have to. That's not enough. You have to search solution at the scientific level instead of just.
Yeah, I think you say the right words. You need decisions in the light of science.
Exactly, but that's the first step.
So first you have to understand science,
Exactly.
and see what is feasible and what is not realistic, and then make decisions.
Make decision and searching solution on science.
Yeah, that are realistic.
Exactly.
And what we often observe is that there are decisions for the journalist and the day after,
Yes.
and nothing else. And this becomes criminal now, because the future of humanity is really in danger because of this big issue of climate change.
This is what we're trying to achieve, and this is you are part of that. We are doing this together. You have been with us since forever, since last century.
Since some time, yes.
Since
More than a couple of years.
Yes. Well, sure, a couple of years since half a dozen of years.
I think the first.
But the most exact to say is since last century. Did you enjoy?
Yeah, of course, but yeah. The symposium was really good. I very much appreciated the prize to Dr. Sagava, because in this community it has a deep resonance. Permanent magnets are, in my eyes, for the current technology as important as light-emitting diodes or lithium-ion batteries, if you see what I mean. So that should be noticed somewhere in Stockholm, because it is important, and that you awarded him one of the prizes is a very, very good decision.
I saw that he was shocked. He was shocked completely. We couldn't take an interview because he left today. Yesterday we couldn't reach him. No phone, cell phone.
Yesterday, this is why he asked for the talk.
Yeah,
in the beginning of the conference.
But that's it. So my question was that did you enjoy also part of sustainability is development of human beings, development of social framework. So the more people are happy, live long, where the medicine enters. That's why our doctors are here. Or solve the problems, legal problems, and our doctors are here. The lawyers are here. This is part of this theme of sustainability we have modified. That's the purpose of this. So that's why we are. It's not just out of the blue, but it's purpose of this sustainability framework that I showed there. So as part of this, one of the is to enjoy. That's why we chose best places for scientists and engineers. That's why my question is, did you enjoy?
Yeah.
The nature, the place.
Yeah.
Good choice.
The choice is good. Yeah. It's a pity that Cyprus is so difficult to reach from Western Europe.
Yes, that's true.
It's easy from Moscow,
That's true.
from other part, but from France or even Slovenia, it is a bit difficult. There are not so many flights and they are expensive.
That's true. but sometimes jewels are hidden somewhere, so you have to go. And from Rio, in a big cosmopolitan city, we needed a campagne somewhere.
Oh, it's good. It's
And
Yeah,
and then everybody seems happy with the choice.
yeah.
Okay then, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We
Thank you.
really like the fact that you enjoyed, and it was a very successful symposium. You were awarded with Fray International Sustainability Award. You became the center with the biggest number of awards from all these participants and elsewhere. So thank you and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.